Gabriel Martinelli, a key figure in Arsenal's rise under Mikel Arteta, started the 2023 to 2024 season with high expectations following an impressive previous campaign. In the 2022 to 2023 season, Martinelli was a revelation, tallying crucial goals and assists, and forming a dangerous partnership on the left wing with Alexander Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. His electric pace, work rate, and ability to press defenders made him a nightmare for opponents, while his flair and direct running toward goal added a dynamic edge to Arsenal's attack. However, this season has presented challenges that have left some Arsenal fans and pundits unconvinced by his performances. Several factors may have contributed to his somewhat underwhelming start. Injuries and fitness concerns. One of the key setbacks for Martinelli this season has been injuries. In the early stages of the campaign, he picked up a muscle injury, which sidelined him for several weeks. This absence disrupted his momentum and rhythm, forcing Mikel Arteta to shuffle his lineup. During this period, Leandro Trossard, Arsenal's versatile Belgian forward, stepped into Martinelli's position and impressed with some strong performances, including key goals and assists. The competition for places in the starting 11 intensified, putting pressure on Martinelli to regain his form quickly. Returning from injury can often be difficult for attacking players like Martinelli, who rely heavily on sharpness, speed, and timing. Even though he recovered physically, it often takes time to regain confidence and match fitness, which could be why his early season performances have lacked the spark Arsenal fans are used to seeing. Tactical adjustments. Arteta's tactical evolution may also be affecting Martinelli's output. Last season, Martinelli thrived in a system that encouraged aggressive pressing and fast transitions. He was frequently positioned wide on the left, allowing him to cut inside onto his favored right foot or drive to the byline to provide crosses for Arsenal's attackers. However, this season, Arsenal's approach has evolved to include more controlled, possession-based football with slower build-up play through midfield. The introduction of Declan Rice, who often holds a deeper role alongside Martin Odegaard in midfield, has changed the way Arsenal progress the ball. Zinchenko, who tucks into midfield from the left-back posi. Mikel Arteta drops hint over Arsenal plans with Gabriel Martinelli, replacement talked up. Mikel Arteta has growing depth at Arsenal with loan signing. Raheem Sterling pushing for more involvement as Gabriel Martinelli's form continues to be a cause for concern. Mikel Arteta talked up the qualities and the hunger of Raheem Sterling as calls increase for the Arsenal loanee to come into the starting 11. Despite not initially being on the club's radar, Sterling was signed late on deadline day, arriving for the season from Chelsea as he looks to rediscover his best form. Arteta has worked with the winger previously at Manchester City, where he enjoyed the best period of his career. If Sterling is to come into the starting 11, it will likely be Gabriel Martinelli dropping out with Bukayo Saka, a certain starter on the opposite flank. Martinelli's form has also dipped in recent months, and the Arsenal boss now has more depth and credible alternatives. Arteta spoke to Sterling on the phone when he first considered bringing him to the Emirates, and was quickly convinced that the Englishman, who has lost his international spot, can make valuable contributions. He said, "After 10 seconds, I knew we had to bring him to Arsenal because he really wanted it, and that was my only question mark. What stage is he at in his career? But after 10 seconds, I knew. He looks great. He has got a big smile on his face, a lot of energy, and he wants to prove a point. When someone has got that in their belly, you sense it straight away. I don't need to discuss his quality and what he can bring to the team. Sterling has struggled to find his best form whilst at Chelsea, and was then left out of the matchday squad for their Premier League opener. It became evident under Enzo Maresca that the winger had no future in West London. The 29-year-old is now pushing for a starting berth in North London and appeared off the bench in the latter stages of the North London derby. Martinelli was withdrawn as his form continues to see his starting berth. Questioned, Arteta was quizzed on where the Brazilian sat in his pecking order, and he said, "We need wingers with ability to go 1 versus 1, to attack the spaces, to have the work rate, to increase the goal threat from every position, and we have players who can play in various positions in the front line, especially because we have some injuries there. In the past, we have to be protected, and all the players we have here have these qualities." Martinelli is yet to score this season, and last term failed to hit double figures after a career best showing in 2022-23. The likes of Leandro Trossard have emerged as key figures for the Gunners and have become increasingly influential.